Quick announcement before we get started. Our landlord has decided not to renew the lease, so we're selling a bunch of manga and magic cards over on eBay to help pay for a move. Link down below to help support my family and get us into a new place. Prices are reasonable, unless you want to be generous, of course. Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was inspired by last week's Commander Horizons 3 stream. Modern Horizons 3. Today's deck is led by Tamiyo, Inquisitive Student. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Tamiyo, Inquisitive Student is a 1-mana 0/3 legendary moonfolk wizard with flying. Whenever she attacks, we investigate. Also, whenever we draw our third card in a turn, we exile Tamiyo, then return her to the battlefield transformed under her owner's control. Tamiyo Seasoned Scholar is a legendary planeswalker with 2 starting loyalty. We may add 2 loyalty. If we do, until our next turn, all creatures attacking us or a planeswalker we control get -1/-0 until the end of turn. We may remove 3 loyalty. If we do, we may return target instant or sorcery card from our graveyard to our hand. If it's a green card, we add 1 mana of any color. Finally, if we remove 7 loyalty, we draw cards equal to half the number of cards in our library rounded up. We also get an emblem with "You have no maximum hand size." I'm a big fan of flipwalkers, and the fact that we're getting 5 of them in this set means I get to do 1 a day for the whole week. Also, the fact that they're all 2 colors brings me joy. Yes, you heard that right. They are all 2 colors. Want proof? Here you go. If you flip Tamiyo Inquisitive Student over into Tamiyo Seasoned Scholar, and zoom into that little dot right there, you can see that she has both green and blue. This dot here is to denote the color identity of a card that has no mana symbols. This means that Tamiyo Inquisitive Student has a Simic color identity. So this will be a Simic Spellslinger deck, with a focus on drawing cards. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. One of my favorite products Ultimate Guard has is their Xenoskin Omnihive. Years ago, when my family and I would go play Standard together, we would bring all of our decks inside of Xenoskin Omnihives. We could fit everyone's decks, spare tokens and dice, and everyone's playmats into 2 of these massive boxes. Well, the new ones are here, and instead of 5 60-card decks or 4 Commander decks, these can fit 8 Commander decks or 10 60-card decks. This thing is massive, and I can't wait to finish filling it up with my decks. Find it if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional Commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm going to be streaming on Musings by Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about manga. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Misty Rainforest, Verdant Catacombs, Scalding Tarn, Breeding Pool, Rejuvenating Springs, Dreamroot Cascade, Hinterland Harbor, Hedge Maze, Rimewood Falls, Tangled Islet, Overflowing Basin, Flooded Grove, Yavimaya Coast, Bark Channel Pathway, Vine Glimmer Snarl, Simic Growth Chamber, Scavenger Grounds, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, Reliquary Tower, 8 forests, and 6 islands make up the land base for our deck. Jace's Sanctum, Case of the Ransacked Lab, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Nature's Lore, Farseek, 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Migration Path, Skyshroud Claim, and Early Harvest help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. AEC Tyrant of Gyre Strait, Tachyova Benthic Druid, Urban Evolution, Uro Titan of Nature's Wrath, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Eureka Moment, Thirst for Discovery, Compulsive Research, Seagate Restoration, Echo of Eons, Reclaim, Mystical Tutor, and Solve the Equation help us to dig through our deck and find answers. But since we're a Spellslinger deck, we've also got a small cantrip package in Brainstorm, Opt, Frantic Search, Ponder, Preordain, Growth Spiral, Explore, Joint Exploration, Consider, and Serum Visions. Commit Memory, Sublime Epiphany, Confounding Conundrum, Beast Within, Narset's Reversal, Pongify, Counterspell, Negate, Mystic Confluence, Arcane Denial, Return to Nature, Naturalize, Reality Shift, and Rapid Hybridization help us to keep our opponents in line. Consuming Tide and Cyclonic Rift allow us to reset the board as needed. Alondra Skydreamer, Chasm Skulker, Coma Cosmos Serpent, Jace Wielder of Mysteries, Laboratory Maniac, Thassa's Oracle, Swarm Intelligence, Twincast, Sea Double, and Nexus of Fate make up the core of our deck and how we plan on winning. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources split between 37 lands, 13 pieces of ramp, and 1 MDFC. 13 pieces of card advantage, plus 10 additional cantrips. 14 pieces of interaction. 2 board wipes. 4 pieces of graveyard hate in Echo of Eons, Commit Memory, Return to Nature, and Scavenger Grounds. 3 sudden I win cards in Jace Wielder of Mysteries, Laboratory Maniac, and Thassa's Oracle. Don't worry, gentle viewer, we're not in black, so it's not like we can win with a demonic consultation or anything. Some of you are wondering why we'd include Echo of Eons and Commit Memory in a deck when we're trying to win with Laboratory Maniac. Well, what if all of our win cons get countered or destroyed? Gotta get them back somehow. But also, some players utilize their graveyard as a second hand. So shuffling all the graveyards away while we work on setting up our own win conditions makes sense. Or, if we have Swarm Intelligence and Laboratory Maniac on board, we could just cast Seagate Restoration and then copy it twice more with Twincast and win the game. Allow me to explain. Seagate Restoration draws us cards equal to the number of cards we have in hand plus 1. Let us assume we've got 80 cards left in our library, and 5 cards in hand after casting Seagate Restoration. The spell is copied due to Swarm Intelligence, but so is Twincast, meaning we have a total of 4 copies of Seagate Restoration on the stack. The first copy draws us 6 cards, bringing our total to 11. The second copy draws us 12, bringing our hand to 23 cards. The third copy draws us 24. We're now at 47 cards. The last copy draws us 48 cards, and winning us the game via Labman. Are you building a Tamiyo Inquisitive Student Commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Midge, Alex, Alex, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Michael, Skinwalker, Sidewinder, William, Austin, Aaron, and Dan. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.